If you were looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Nashville, Tennessee, you are not alone. Hundreds of people are flocking here, but they are making mistakes that are costing them thousands and thousands of dollars. Would you like to move here and not make those same costly mistakes? Stick around. We're going to take a look at some properties here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're also going to compare them to new properties, and we're going to identify some areas in each property that you may like. My name is Jeremy Vanderveer. I am here to help you, guide you on your journey to finding your perfect home in the perfect place. You can call, text, or email me. I want to help you on your journey to discover your next home. If you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the Nashville area, give me a shout. The number is here. If you'd like to shoot me a text or email, let's go look at your homes. So let's start our journey. Now, each one of these homes is under $400,000. Like I said, 3 are established and 2 are new. You're probably wondering exactly where Nashville, Tennessee is. So let's take a quick look. We are about 8 hours from Chicago. 4 hours you can be in the mountains in Gatlinburg, or another 8 hours you could be down in Florida hanging out on the beach. This is where Donelson is. It's got a funny shape, but it's connected and up to Percy Priest Lake, and it's also not far. It's also not far from Old Hickory Lake right here. This is all big old lake attached to the Cumberland River. 3 houses that we're talking about here. Now, this one here is really close to the lake. This one's not far, but everything is pretty easy to get to Nashville. The good thing about Nashville is that in Donelson, you can take this Highway 70. This is Lebanon Road, or you could take 40. Traffic is backed up on either one. And if you need to get to the north side, Briley Parkway kind of cuts through up here. Briley Parkway takes a circle all the way around. That's what's pretty cool about this. So if you were trying to get anywhere, you don't have to cut through downtown. You're dealing with rush hour traffic. It is probably quicker a lot of times. Let's say you want to go over up here to Whites Creek area, or you want to head down to Bellamede, or let's say you want to go down to Franklin, Tennessee, which is a very nice hot spot to hang out. So anyways, you'd come take a trip down through here. So looking at this house, it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,200 square feet and some change. And the Zestimate says 347, and this is 349. So we're kind of right in line with the Zillow estimate. Once you get down to the houses you actually want to go see, we can kind of look at, do a better study and search on them, kind of figure out what the true thing is on those, how they priced them. It's going to be important when you go to make offers. You want to figure out, oh, well, they're asking 349. Is it a 345? Is it worth 345, or is it whatever? So, interesting thing here. Look at this. This has only been on for 7 days. It's got 800 views. That's quite a bit. 79 saves, and it's likely to sell faster than most houses. And we are going to find out why that is. First thing I want to show you, this house is beautiful. If I can get this to click, there we go. This house is beautiful. If you look at this, if you pull up on this house, there's no junk, clutter. You can see this paver driveway. Beautiful, beautiful place. These are what you call tall, skinny, or shotgun style, or whatever. There's quite a bit of names for these. And but anyways, this presents well. If you got people coming in town to see you, oh my goodness, they see this house, they're like, freaking man, that's pretty nice. I don't know what kind of lighting it has under here. It'd be kind of neat if you had some lights kind of strung around here or whatever, brighten it up a little bit. But man, now I gotta warn you, they did. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but if I was staging this house, I would kind of remove a bunch of stuff, but whatever. This person is doing well. This house is going to sell fast. They're not going to upset the apple cart until they get an offer. So that's kind of what's going down with this. Well lit. Look at the lights. Look at this light here. Circulation, very good, I'm sure. Beautiful. This place looks like it's move-in ready. Very attractive kitchen. Dining and kind of island elbow thing there, whatever that is. Nice appliances. I'm digging the shelves there. Looks pretty nice. This will be the master bath, the only way I can tell, because it looks like it's got a bathroom right there. So yeah, if I'm looking at this, I got a double sink there. Can't tell yet, but we'll get into that. Looks pretty spacious. That's either a queen or a king size bed. Either way, that's still got a lot of space. Very nice master bath. Double sinks here. That tile is really nice. It presents itself well. Got some floating shelves. Really nice. This would be one of the bedrooms. I'm assuming that they use this for office/reading area. Another bedroom. It looks like a lounge kind of thing going on here. This would be one of the bathrooms. I really like these floating shelves. I think that looks good with some real nice towels. They're very neat and organized. Laundry room, there's not a lot going on there. But to be honest, it would help you stay organized if you don't have shelving and all that stuff. So you wash, dry, take that stuff out, and hang it up in your bedroom, fold it, whatever. Half bath right here. It's kind of I guess that's the kitchen and living room area over there. Probably the garage on this wall. This garage, it's not real big. You could put a sedan or smaller in here. I'm assuming. I don't know how deep that is by looking at it, but there it is. Pretty nice. It's the back patio. Now, this is where I got the question on this. Like, I'm an outdoors person, so when I come home, I'm most of the time going to walk in that front door, come right out here to the back. And this is the negative on this. It's okay. There's probably a lot of people that don't want to be outdoors or don't really care about this. But this was mine. I'm tearing this little pad out, and whatever this is right here, I'm going to tear all that out. I'm bringing this patio way out, maybe 10, 15 feet off. I'm going to come back in right here at the corner. Right here, I'll have a fire pit if that's allowed. We'll go to the next picture and look at this little backyard. So the cool thing is, could be good or bad for you. My pros could be your cons, but I can look at this at any different way. I've had big yards and small yards. I've lived in Nashville for 50 years, so I'm thinking fire pit right here, and I'm jamming out. I got my friends hanging out, whatever kind of thing. So anyway, so this house really looks good. $349, that's pretty good. Now, I personally love this home. It looks great. I think the entryway looks great. This is a very popular style of homes here in Nashville, Tennessee. They're building these. They make them affordable by doing certain things, like maybe less yard or two-story. Two-story homes actually are cheaper to build because they only have to do a smaller foundation. They can stack them, and the roof is a lot smaller. All kinds of things are a lot easier. What did you think about the laundry situation? This home does not have a laundry room. Also, it kind of spits you out into the main walking area. So if that bothers you, and one thing to keep in mind, not any home is going to be perfect. But this is a pretty nice one to look at. The other thing is the parking situation. Now, if you were serious about looking at this home, I'd be willing to help investigate that, like probably an HOA of some kind and parking restrictions and things like that. So We just want to be straightforward and honest with this home. And what about the stairs, the foyer? So I noticed when you're walking in this home that you pop that door open, and you it looks like you just got to walk through the. I mean, it's like stairs and first level. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Sometimes that bothers people. Some people want the entire house on the same floor, um, which is totally understandable. That's the way I like. I like no steps and things like that. So another thing is that backyard is not big. Now I can think of a million reasons that I would like that backyard, and then some that might defer me to keep looking. But all in all, it's pretty cool. The good thing about having a small yard is you probably mow that thing in like 3 minutes. I mean, if you put yourself on a Friday afternoon coming home from work and friends are coming over and you're thinking, oh man, I got to cut this grass, you can be done in probably 3 to 5 minutes, jump in the shower, go make dinner, have everybody over. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So what did you think about the kitchen? That's a very trendy kitchen. I love that I love the style of the countertops and things like that. And it is 3 bedroom. I think it's at least 2 bath. Could be 3 bath. Could be 2.5 bath. We'll have to take a look. So it is 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath. Something to consider. All right, so let's take a look at the second home. Our second home is a split level home. It may or may not be your taste, but it's got some interesting features. So right now we're at this house here. Is 360. It's kind of a neat style, very popular in the Nashville area. We call it a split level because you walk in this front door. Let me show you. You walk in this front door and go inside, and you can either go up the stairs or down the stairs. Duh. But the cool thing about this house is it's broken up. It's kind of neat. I mean, it's very popular in its day. It's kind of designed. It's got some character. I see a lot of people buy something like this and upgrade it, paint, replace the shutters, do some cool wood look to it, or farmhouse style siding or whatever. It's quite the size. I mean, it's got a lot of space for parking and a 2-car garage. And it looks like they've done some work in here. They've done a good job on the floors and the walls. Wow, that's pretty nice. Little open area. This is a short wall. So like it's kind of cool. Like if you have a couch or something, you put a piece there. Presents very well on the inside. Wow. That is really nice. Those are the stairs I was talking about. This door right here probably goes downstairs. Got you a fireplace. That looks pretty good. I mean, that's a good picture. If this is your style, and if this is the location you want to be in, I'm trying to see if this is a bonus room or it could be considered a bedroom. So that was a master bedroom. Master bath looks pretty good. Some bedrooms. If that's not the master bath again, I think it is. It's got a double sink. Could be double sink in a second as well. This house shows pretty good. Oh, here's where the trick is. Look at this. A covered back patio deck. Very nice. Very tastefully done. If you did not like the way, like this is a popular look. I mean, you can update the outside if you wanted to, or be happy with what it is. But to get the things that comes with this house at this price is pretty good. Like that's a deck there that's if you had to build that deck and that cover, 10, 20 grand maybe, I don't know, maybe something like that. But very cool place to go to hang out, sunshine or rain. Very nice. I want to go back to the pictures here, because you could look at this and think, man, I don't know, but I can tell you this thing has that's a true fireplace there, all that masonry there. So what would I do to this house to make it look better? Well, we kind of talked about that, and it may look better in person, but looking at the driveway, it really needs to be pressure washed. I was kind of thinking just a pressure wash to this house might yield a better picture or two. This little thing right here, that's a water meter. Sometimes they put them in the driveway, but it's built pretty good. That's iron. So, but I mean, the house has pretty nice bones to it. Yeah, that's a true wood fireplace there. So looking at the front, what bothered you about this house? Does the elevation bother you? Like if you're parked in the driveway, and you're getting out, thinking about that, does that bother you? Like, now you do have a 2-car garage up there. So most of the time, if you're not like me and storing junk in your garage, you can just pull right in and you're level. You'd walk right up those steps and then you would be in the main floor of the home. Now, anybody visiting, you might want to park, or anybody visiting may be parked on that slope, or they have to park down on the street below and walk up that hill. Not to mention they could walk up those steps to get to the main floor. That house is a very popular home. It's very cool, very popular style here in Nashville, Tennessee. Looks bothered you on the outside. There are things, of course, you can do. So if you could afford a $500,000 or $600,000 home and you wanted to change the outside of this home, it would be cool. I mean, I could see like something that's trendy over here in many parts of this town is painting the brick. Like, there's a lot of cool colors, whatever your taste is. Changing out the siding to like vertical siding and things like that. Very beautiful ways to make this home yours. Or if you like the way it is, that's perfectly fine. One thing I did absolutely love is that covered back porch. I go outside a lot. I hate being in the sun. I've worked my entire life, or most of my life, in the sun. So I like that covered back porch. Now, and it's got a privacy fence. So if I took those two items alone and I had to add them to another house, that could easily cost you 20 grand just in the privacy fence and the top going over the. So if you looked at another home and it looked better and it had some cool things you liked about it, but it didn't have these items, you would probably be regretting not having these items. I mean, that's just my thoughts on this particular home, on this style, and getting a garage and getting a covered back porch and getting a back thing. I mean, also the house presented well. I'm attracted to homes that are ready for me to move in. Like when I see everybody else's stuff hanging on walls and things like that, for some reason I'm thinking, man, I gotta take all that stuff, pack it all up and whatever, and paint behind all that, or someone's gonna have to paint it. But this house looks pretty good for that very reason. You could just move right in. So that's my thoughts. What did you think about the kitchen? The pictures, it took a very good picture in this house, in the kitchen and everything like that. So, but when I look at those cabinets, they could be outdated, but an easy fix with that is, a lot of people have someone come in and paint those cabinets, make them look real nice, and it would go great with the rest of the thing. And that's if you can't live with what it is. I mean, it's hard to tell in pictures what it is. That could be brand new cabinets or it could be outdated. It's hard to tell. But I would suggest taking a tour of this home. If you need me to help you with that, let me know. Please comment on this home if you're interested or you think this is a pretty cool design. Or what do you think that you would do different with this home? What does this home need that would make you want to buy? That's what I'm kind of curious. That will help me understand what people are thinking. Now, this other home, there are a lot of features I like about it. Man, it's got zero entry. It does have a back porch, but it's not covered. And it's got a cool driveway, zero steps to get in, I think. But let's take a look at that. I need to shut up so you can just look at this and make your own decisions. Roll that beautiful house footage. This house here is another interesting house under 400,000. It looks pretty clean inside and out. Just from the presentation, like. But it's got its flaws, but we'll get into that stuff. I'm not going to beat everything down. But just off the top of the deal here, this is pretty cool where they may have eliminated a step or whatever. This is a new sidewalk right here, a new driveway, of course. Very nicely done. And this house looks very clean. Like these windows, probably new windows. Siding, all this looks really nice. I can't really tell how the gutters look in this pitch, but it could just be dirty or something like that. But let's get into this house right here. Come on. All right, so let's take a look. See. Yes, take a look at that. What a beautiful house. You don't get under 400,000. You're not going to get a lot of things for that. Like to have this wide of a driveway, it looks like it's. I mean, that could be 20 foot wide going up, or 18 feet. It's hard to tell just off the pics, but this house has great things about it. Like that's a fresh fence there. I mean, the house looks clean. Just what I can see about the other neighbors' houses. And there's something you can't get everywhere is beautiful trees. Oh my goodness, an 80 foot tree right there. Very clean, very clean. This driveway, these are probably the vents to the down crawl space, but wow, this looks really nice. This is a very neutral color. It's very popular. I think we've looked at 3 houses today so far, and 2 of them have had this color or pretty similar, but I'm digging the floors, easy to sweep and clean. I don't know if these are true hardwood floors, but for what they've been doing lately, a lot of these floors will last a very long time. But this fireplace, I did not see if this is I don't know if this is gas or a real fireplace, but we're going to take a look. Very interesting. Check out that light up there. That's the first thing I saw. Very nice little kitchen here. Area to put a table. This is probably the living area, I would assume. The lighting is excellent in here. It appears to be. There's a light there and a light there. If you wanted to add more lights, you could. I don't know that this place needs it. It's got windows. This right here is probably the laundry area. Pretty nice little setup here. Very impressive countertops. They look great. I don't know if that's real granite or what, but definitely presents well. Yeah, so this is the dining area or whatever. Looks like opens up. Yeah, these are brand. I caught it early, didn't I? Looks like some new windows. They might have left that tag on that window right there. The cool thing about this house, I mean, besides that it looks great, new fixtures, this is move-in ready, and it doesn't look like anybody's living there. That makes for an easy transition. Pretty nice little bathroom. Wow, that looks great. This has got to be the master bedroom. Maybe. We'll see. That looks pretty nice there. Probably a couple of closets. It's really nice bathroom. They did an excellent job. I mean, you look how clean that looks. All nice. Looks pretty new. Yeah, I'm thinking that's. Now this is really cool here. This back deck area to hang out on. After a long, hard day of working, come back out here and hang out with your friends. Ice water, sweet tea, or alcoholic beverage, whatever you like. This is really nice. That looks like it backs up the woods, so that's really cool. You got privacy. Pictures probably taken in the winter time, I would assume, or early spring. All this fills in beautiful greenery right around here. Little pond area or something, maybe a drainage deal there. I mean, everything looks pretty cool in this house. Let's see. It's very nice. I mean, I'm looking at this thing. I mean, if you're moving to Nashville and you can appreciate something ready, like these are neutral colors here. You could get by with just moving in, or I can hook you up with somebody to help you paint this thing if you wanted to. Your own colors, whatever it is. But all in all, it's a very cool house. Very nice. Very nice. And I did not see. Let's take a look to see if that's gas or fire. Is that gas or is that wood burning? I didn't see a chimney or anything. But let's take a look here. Let's read a little bit about this thing. So 37214. So that's Donelson area. Again, that's Donelson. That's over a half-acre lot, $321 a square foot at 1,200 foot. That's a pretty good price. These can range 450, 500 square feet per foot or whatever, depending on the area, of course. It's been on for 46 days. It's getting about 500 views, 23 saves. I don't know. They could be a little flexible on that price. They've been sitting on it for a while. So this house has almost no steps going in the front door. That could actually be worked on as well if you needed no steps. You were near Percy Creek's lake, if you're a lake person. But there's also another lake not too far away here as well. That's going to be Old Hickory Lake. So you're near two lakes, and you're about, if you drive 30 or 40 minutes further, maybe an hour further on 40 out east, there's another lake called Center Hill. Very beautiful lake out there. But these lakes are pretty too. But I want to show you something where this is to Nashville, Tennessee. So this is a Nashville address. It's basically Donelson, would be the city name, but you know how they do. Nashville this, Nashville that. Suburb of Nashville. So you're really close to the airport right here. There is a lot of, let me just tell you about this strip right through here and all through here. A lot of good food to eat. A lot of good food to eat in this area. This has been happening. It's always been a nice place to live, but there's been some investors come in, update this little town. A really neat little place. Really neat little place to live. So yeah, and this probably, so if you were going to go to work, let's say you worked in downtown Nashville or whatever, you would take this Bell Road right here, or you could take this Stewart's Ferry Pike. There's two ways to get on, and you could hop on this interstate and drive it all the way into work. This is the main circular deal here. All three interstates come together in one way or another in these little areas. So yeah, that's kind of it there. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess I just talked about. Oh yeah, so here's the other lake I was telling you about. Not real far from that. Oh, this lake here. George Jones used to live there. You got all kinds of music stars that live in this area. Conway Twitty, a bunch of other cool people. All right, now that we've seen these 3 homes, one thing to know is all of them are under $400,000. So let's go ahead and take a look at these 2 new houses and compare them to the ones we just looked at that are all under $400,000.